Yeah, what's going on, people, and welcome to the Blue Steel Podcast Show. I'm your co-host LV Live, along with my co-host Jeff. And yo, check it out, people. You know who it is? Them Chiefs, Super Bowl champs. Those Chiefs are Super Bowl champs. Feels good in Kansas City right now, Jeff. What you think about that, my man?
It's cool, man. I mean, what, 50 years? So that was really good. It's a great fan base. So feel good about them winning, man. If we didn't get the top before the game, but I wanted I wanted them to win. I thought San Francisco would actually win, but I wanted the Chiefs to win. So I have no complaints about the winning. It's a good game. So it's definitely a franchise worthwhile getting another Lombardi trophy. So that's for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, once again, people, thank you for coming on to the show. Please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Please send us that emails at bluesteelshow@gmail.com, bluesteelshow@gmail.com. Continue to hit us up, people, and we definitely appreciate all the love and support. Jeff, I definitely have to second that. I kind of had a feeling the Chiefs were going to win it. Um, I think people are kind of looking at it as like San Francisco lost the game. I don't know if they lost the game. I just think that the Chiefs started doing something that they should have been. They should have been running a fast paced offense. They were kind of slowing it down throughout the game. To me, when you do the no huddle with a team like what they have, with the speed and athleticism that they have, you got to keep a team like the 49ers like off pace, like off kilter a bit. You can't let them settle in. Um, and I think that when the Chiefs pretty much went to the no huddle with 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, that pretty much changed the game. It sped the game up, if that makes any sense. It made it faster. And I think that the 49ers had a hard time adjusting to that speed because then Mahomes was ready to do what was able to do what he can do, as we all know, pretty much play backyard football and just get busy, man. And I think that that was pretty much the deciding factor in the game.
Yeah, that's a great point. I never like to say a team loses the game. I think that discredits the team that actually won. I think it always waters it down. You'll never hear me say that. Like, if a team wins, especially in professional sports, the team wins. So now there's always decisions and things and mistakes that are made. A lot of people talking about Shanahan not calling the timeout at the end of the second quarter. Him not running the ball enough. I mean, if they won the game, you wouldn't even hear about that stuff. Those are, things that happened during the course of the game. Kansas City took it from them. They was down 20-10, and they came back and won that thing. So, you don't just, nobody gives you that. You don't get 21 points gifted to you in the NFL. Um, like you said, man, they just started playing. The best player on the field, who was Patrick Mahomes, just took over. It's kind of like NBA 440. He's like, man, give me the rock, and I'm gonna just lead us to this championship, and that's what he did. Um, so I'm also big ups to Andy Reid, man. Finally getting the ring, man. He's like one of the nicest, best coaches in the league, man. You get help and cheer for that guy. So I'm glad he got his W. I'm glad he got his ring finally. Not that you need that to validate your career, but it definitely makes you feel good. You put all that time and work, get the championship. Definitely, adds a lot to his resume. Let's just say that. But I mean, a big question I have is Shanna. This made me think of something. A lot of these quote unquote gurus. I do believe Shanahan paid his dues to get to his position. He's not like one of these guys that knew Sean McVay for 2 seconds and got a job last year, which is ridiculous. Another subject we got to talk about another time. But do some of these guys that are so involved with one side, especially offense, they're not really head coaches to me. Because head coaches focus on leading the team and overall control of the team. Being a CEO, if you focus on one thing all the time, can that have something to do with not being aware or is in tune with you should be as calling timeouts? Things like that are huge, especially in football. You only get three and a half. You know what I mean? So I'm just wondering if that's a trend. You understand? I hope I'm not being too confusing, but it made me think about that. Like, because you got all these guys that are not really, to me, they're not really head coaches. They're offensive coordinators times two or whatever you want to glorify head coaches because all they do is control the offense. It has nothing to do with the defense. And to me, that's not really a head coach to me. How I feel. I know you're more the football guy. You know what I mean? But what do you think about that? I just thought about it yesterday.
Um, well, you have to kind of take into account too, right? He's born and bred in his football. I mean, as far as being a football coach, look who his father is. Being Mike
Right.
Shanahan, he won Super Bowls with the Broncos. I mean, you got to think of the lineage that he comes from, right? So
Mm-hmm.
he's been in those. He's been around his dad a lot, learned a lot about coaching. I don't even know if he even played, if he played high school ball or anything. I don't even know if he did that, or if he
Right.
went straight into coaching. I'm not really too sure about Kyle Shanahan's background, but I do know that he, of course, he learned everything from his father. Obviously, um, I do agree with you. I mean, what made Parcells such a great coach, um, which makes Tomlin such a great coach. Of course, I had to go to Giants and Steelers. um, what made Jimmy Johnson a great coach um, was that they were in touch with everything. They were in touch with all the players on the team. They knew who was who does what, and how it impacts the team. Um, with these offensive gurus, um, that's kind of like they kind of lose touch with that. So
Right.
you're absolutely right. That's what makes Belichick so great because he's old school. He's from the old guard. Andy Reid's from the old guard. So he's from Mike Holmgren. If people know who Mike Holmgren is, he used to be the Packers, and he was the same way. Um, you look at all the other coaches that have come down the line, and those great coaches like Tom Landry, of course. I'm kind of losing my thing here with some of the San Francisco 49ers coaches um, in the past, the great coaches.
Bill Walsh.
Bill Walsh, there you go. Bill Walsh was the innovator of the West Coast offense. Um, but all those guys, they innovated stuff, but they were still in touch with everybody on the football team. Um, but the way that the season, but the way the football is going now, it's like you're driving a Ferrari, man, not like a regular Buick or or a Cadillac. It's who has the fastest car, if that analogy makes sense. And so that's what it is with these offenses. So all of these GMs, all of these coaches are trying to find the guy who has the fastest car. And if you don't know anything by that, take a look at what they did down in Arizona. Um,
Pretty much all the people that got hired last year was like that.
exactly,
Last year.
exactly.
Last year.
Now you have to understand, um, Kingsbury didn't win anything at Texas Tech,
Nothing.
uh, but he drives a Ferrari. And Kingsbury was Patrick Mahomes' coach. So
Right.
that's what they want. They want guys who drive Ferraris, not guys, you know, who drive nice Buicks or Cadillacs that can kind of cruise and get you there. They want guys who can put up the points but not stop anybody. Um, but that's to prove your point. But to kind of touch on this other thing too. A lot of people were saying about the differences with the teams yesterday, and I'm sure there's a lot of 49er fans out there that feel like Kyle Shanahan lost them the game. A lot of them are frustrated with that. I don't think anybody lost the game, kind of similar to what you're saying, Jeff. I just think a star was born last night. I think the difference is that one team had the superstar, the other team didn't. And the other superstar was Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
Period. And the reason why I say he's a superstar is because no matter how bad he played in the first half, he said, you know what, we down by 10, I'm scoring 21.
Right. Right.
We're down by 10, I'm scoring 21 with 9 minutes left.
Exactly. I mean,
against.
he
Sorry, Jeff. Against
no.
the number one defense in the NFL, or excuse me, top 5 defenses in the NFL, and that's all. If everybody knows, San Francisco hung their hat on our defense, our defense, our defense. And he said, "Oh yeah, watch this." And he didn't take the Super Bowl from them last night. When I mean he snatched it, and I mean, hey Jeff, man, a star was born last night. Jeff, he is good. He is the face of the league, and he is going to be the face of sports for some time. 24 years old, Jeff, the youngest to ever get an MVP and a Super Bowl MVP. To me, Lamar Jackson got the MVP, but he got the real MVP last night because he got the MVP of the Super Bowl, Jeff.
Oh yeah, I mean, you'd rather trade that MVP trophy in for the Super Bowl any day. Um, I mean, and truthfully, I didn't look at this today. I meant to, but I didn't get a chance to. That was probably of all the. I haven't seen like every single Patrick Mahomes game, but of all the big games he's played in, that's probably his worst game. Um, in terms of just turned, it was his first interception in the playoff, threw two, and he still had almost three. Like he threw for 286, 2 touchdowns, ran one, 2 interceptions, and we like, that was an okay game. Anybody else, you like that was a pretty good game. But for him, you like, I expect 350, and 350 is not easy to get in the NFL. I know with him, it seems like it's like you playing Madden, but he had a good game. He didn't play well at all first half, most of the game actually. But that just shows you when the chips is down, superstars lift up the team, and that's exactly what he did. I mean, literally, you know, and he got his team the W, man, which ultimately is all that matters. No matter if he threw 5 picks, he came through at the end of the game. Garoppolo didn't. He was 3 for 11 at the end of the game. Just not gonna get it done. And like you said, man, I mean, we knew he was a star, but the world saw he's a superstar at this point. So
Jeff, no one's gonna care about Jeff. No one's gonna care about his stat line. No one's gonna care about the 2 picks that he threw. No one's gonna care about. They're gonna say when the chips went down, when winning time came, that guy stepped up. I mean, because here's the thing, Jeff. If you look at the game, right, there are winning plays, right?
Yep, he made it.
Exactly. So I'm gonna tell you 2 plays on each side, which are winning plays. One team made them.
One of them.
Go. Guess one.
Overthrow Garoppolo. To I can't remember who the receiver was, but in the fourth quarter, he overthrew the guy by like 5 yards wide.
Emmanuel Sanders. That's one. And then, but Patrick Mahomes hits his, right?
Hits Hill, 3rd and 15, threw about a 40-yard, probably like 60 yards in the air.
Right.
Bomb the Hill.
There you go, right?
Go. That's the difference.
That's the one. Now tell me the other one, the other 2. Do you know?
I can't remember. There's a couple plays. I know. What is the other one? Oh, he ran a 3rd down. I remember that.
No.
That was earlier in that drive.
No, I'm going to tell you. You got the first 2. You got the first 2. You got the first 2. Here's the second 2. It's what changes the games. San Francisco, end of the first half, threw that pass to Kittle, offensive pass interference.
Yep.
Boom, didn't go their way. Now, the Chiefs, second half. Sammy Watkins makes that move on Richard Sherman. Boom, he hits him right there in that corner. That was like a 30-yard gain.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? See, those it's like see, people talk about Eli. Those are the winning plays, man.
Yeah.
And in the Super Bowl, unlike a regular game, those are the plays you have to make. Like you can't he can't miss that throw to Sanders. That call that he made, that throw that he made to Kittle, like now that's not his fault. I get it. Kittle shouldn't have pushed off. Could have been a flag, maybe, I don't know, but that's still game-winning plays.
That was a pass. That was a good call.
Right.
A great call.
You can't have that. So, but Jeff, those plays separate the game because Jeff, if those plays would have been made right for the 49ers, we could say that's 14 points for them.
At least, I mean, at the most
10,
minimum probably 10.
10, right? Boom.
Yep.
The Chiefs made those plays, 14 points. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
that's the
And then
ball game.
there was another play. I'm pretty sure it was third down. I think it was the drive when they got the turnover. Garoppolo overthrew his receiver to the right. Kittle was wide open in the middle, tight end
Yes.
cross, right in the middle, wide
Yes.
open.
Yes.
Now in the third quarter, in third down, and it's man to man. I'm going to Kelsey. I'm going to Kittle. Those are my main guys. Hill's open, obviously getting the ball. You don't throw if he open, if it's 1-on-1, give him the ball.
Right.
That's the difference, though.
Right.
That's the difference between a
Right.
good quarterback, kind of in the middle of the pack, and Mahomes. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like the best in the league at this point. So,
Right. And here's
right.
and here's the thing. People are gonna say, he should have kept running the ball. He should have kept running the ball. I mean, yeah. I mean, okay, yeah. But it wasn't like they were gashing him. Like it wasn't like they were just killing him on the run. Yeah, they had some big runs they were doing, but similar to what the Honey Badger said, Tyrann Mathieu, they were pretty basic, Jeff. Like they were running like a lot of counters and motion stuff, but it was pretty basic, man. Tosses, counters, like it was nothing, like crazy. Yes, they got 5 yards on the one play. What if they would have tried to run it and they would have lost 2? People would have said, "Oh, he should have threw it on that play." Like you can't.
Right.
Like
you can always second guess.
Yeah, I mean that's football, man. I mean that's just what it is. So, I mean, look, man.
They averaged like 6 yards a carry, but a lot of it was off. They had some gas runs. They had a few runs where they got like big yards.
Right.
They got the reverse for like 30 yards in the first. That's
right.
obviously huge. That's accounted into the 6 yards per carry.
Right, but that's
not that So.
Right, no, you're absolutely right, but that's what I mean. Like they had Debo Samuel, like the kid from South Carolina, the big draft pick. Right. He was running. I think he had more rushing yards than running backs. Like it was just right. it was just really counter plays. Like they weren't just saying we're running straight power and you're not stopping. Right. That wasn't happening. Like it wasn't
like against Green Bay.
Right. No, heck no. Heck no. Right. No way, man. So that's what I'm saying. Look, man. 49er fans, I'm sure you're going to probably hate me for this, but hey, send us an email, let me know how much you hate me. Right? One team had the star, the other team didn't. I mean, period, end of story. Patrick Mahomes, to me, is a new star of the league. He proved that yesterday, and listen, the Chiefs are going to be very, very dangerous coming forward, man, because you know what, Jeff? We haven't even spoke about free agents. A lot of people are going to want to go out there because they're going to want to play for Andy Reid. And a lot of wideouts are going to want to go out there to Kansas City to play with Mahomes and that offense. So the league better take notice because the kid is only 24 years old, Jeff.
It's still in a rookie contract.
Oh, man.
And they can. I mean, essentially, there's going to be a new CBA or something's going to happen in a couple of years anyway. But they're at the point that they're not. None of the contracts are really crazy either. So.
Jeff, what do you think he's going to get? Think he's going to get about $40 million a year?
That man can literally write whatever you want on that check, and they're gonna have to give it to him. I think he's gonna get something crazy.
Jeff, I think
if them, I wouldn't even sign him this year. Jeff, you want to?
He's gonna get $40 million a year, Jeff.
Oh yeah, without question. Said if you want 45, you just have to give it to him.
Yeah, and listen,
you know what I mean?
There's no way. Listen, and here's the thing. If people know football, they got the bank. Trust me, they got the bank. They got it. Trust me.
Yeah, it's just about the new. And the thing is, like, the new CBA coming, it's gonna be more money. So maybe he want to wait. I don't know. But he's in the sweet position. Let's just put it that way.
Right.
He was in the sweet position last year.
Right.
After winning MVP. About your first championship in 50 years.
Oh man. And Jeff, here's the thing. He's got the look.
Yep. Absolutely. Let me say this.
He speaks well.
Please get this man in commercials. Get rid of Baker Mayfield and he's running his mouth. Seriously. Like, that annoyed me this whole year. Seeing this dude, 7-9. You got all these people. Come on, man. This man won MVP on the cover of Madden. Come on now, we know what that was all about anyway, but that really makes me mad.
Hey Jeff, also too, he broke the Madden curse. He didn't get hurt. Well, he had a
Yes.
little knee
And
injury,
he won the
but
Super Bowl. Come on, man.
yeah.
Get this fool off of these commercials. He Patrick Mahomes on every commercial in Lamar Jackson. Those the MVP. Get him in the commercial. Come on, man. That makes me so mad.
Hey man,
Anyway,
okay. No. You ranting. I'm a rant too. You know what? You know what I was also mad about? You got me thinking now. Why? Why did Brady wait to put up a commercial last night? Like, no one cares about you, Brady. Can we go one Super Bowl without you involved? But now you want to come on, man.
You know what he is? He got married when he was 18. He's like 38, 40 now. And he feel like he got to just run around and do everything. He didn't get to do last 20 years with the Patriots. So that's why he did the commercials. That's why he put out the little tweet, not of him in the black and white the day before the Super Bowl. Did you see that?
I saw that.
He's doing all this. He just wants the attention, which is, you know what, Brady, you deserve it. Maybe you should have had a better age. You could have did this 10 years ago. But, do what you got to do, man. Let the old guy of his, time and glory, and go. He gonna go to the Raiders or the Chargers more than likely. And, so we'll see, man. It's interesting times, though.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You can't listen. You can't throw that out there. Listen, I know Super Bowl. Okay, wait a second.
I think he's going one of them two places. I don't think he's going back.
Wait. Time out. People, Blue Steel here. Want to get once again. Oh yeah. Also too, get quick plug. Blue Steel Locker Room Talk, please. LV Live, Blue Steel Presents. Please check that out on Facebook. If you're not a group member, please send us notice. We'll get you in it. Jeff has been doing great with that. Jeff, if what you say is right, if Brady goes to the Chargers, Jeff, they are primed and ready, Jeff.
Listen, they already said they're not bringing Rivers back.
Jeff, if he goes to the Chargers, people forget how good the Chargers were. Listen, with that defense, they got weapons on offense.
They just had a bum quarterback last year.
Jeff, listen to me, man. That could be, listen. If Brady goes to the Chargers, that can cause some havoc in the AFC, and Mahomes is going to have to fight every year to make sure he gets to the Super Bowl because, listen, that's a young team over there. That defense is still ferocious. They're going to bring Derwin James back. Remember, you got the big brother Bosa over there still.
Yep.
You got Keelan Allen. You got Melvin Gordon. I mean, they listen.
They just need a quarterback.
Yeah.
If out of the two places where it seems like you got Oakland or L.A., or excuse me, Vegas or LA now. You also got to remember, man, his wife, he married with kids, man. What do you think his wife wants? His wife is Hollywood as anybody. She don't want to go to LA. They sold their house in New England. The trader sold his house, or they up on the market at least. She trying to go to LA, man. His wife like, listen.
All right. You know what? Stop.
LeBron's wife, listen.
See, Jeff, come on. Jeff, listen, we can't open that can of worms right now. See, Jeff, you got me. Come on, man. Come on, come on, man. Why you do that to me, man? See, now my mind is working.
You got to throw these stories out there. You know what I mean? You got to have some content. So I'm just saying.
But that's serious, man. But see, with that being said, that's my point. You see what Brady did? He did that last night. Now got us talking. His voodoo trick worked.
Exactly. Smart move.
Oh man, but listen, man. All in all though, man, that was a great win for the Chiefs, man. But really, like you said, for Andy Reid, man, I think people forget, Jeff, how good those Eagles teams were that he had. Donovan McNabb. Oh man, what 4 years in a row? 4 years in a row, they went to the NFC East championship game. They only made it to Super Bowl once.
They made it to the NFC Championship, I believe, at least four. Yeah, it was 4. Was it 4 years in a row?
It was like 4
years in a row. They made the Super Bowl once.
Right. It was like 4 years in a row, man. Listen, I'm a Giants fan, so I remember those teams. Those defenses were stacked.
They were very good. Very good.
You had Brian Dawkins back there. That's when you had
Hall of Famer. Yep.
Yeah, you had him back there. You had Jeremiah Trotter. I mean, they had a squad, man. They had what's my boy He did kick returns. He was the running back also. Uh,
Oh, Westbrook.
yeah, they had Brian Westbrook. Yo, they had a crew, man. They had a crew. They
Never
just
got
they
it done.
yeah
Never
they
got it done.
yeah they were really really good. So people forget about those teams, and he should have definitely won a Super Bowl with those teams. They just came up short, man. You know, so
Yeah,
it's good to see because he's one of the good guys of the NFL, man. One of the really good guys, good
absolutely.
coaches. So it's good that he was able to pull that out, man, for the victory for him, and this pretty much solidified him going into the Hall of Fame. I think he was going anyway, but this really solidified his seat.
Yeah, he got like
Um,
this fifth or sixth all time most wins.
yeah,
So he's like 220.
yeah, he's in
It
there.
was funny. It was like the date and how many wins he has is all kind of crazy.
Yeah,
So I won the Super Bowl yesterday, 220 or whatever, and he has 220 wins on his first Super Bowl. Yeah, absolutely, man. Big ups to Andy Reid, Coach Reid.
that's right. Hey, man, good show, man.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
All right, people, listen, we'll be back this Friday, and now football's done with, which I'm very, very sad about. But now we got to get back to this association. We will be talking about that and the explosion that Zion has made into the league. Um, we'll definitely talk about that on Friday. It's time to get back to the association because before we know it, it's going to be All-Star break, and now we got to get ready for the playoffs. And
Absolutely.
and who we got and what's going on. So we'll definitely be talking about that. We got baseball coming up. It's a lot of great things, a lot of big fights coming up. Wilder's fighting in a couple of weeks.
Yes, he is.
So that's definitely something to talk about. So I know a lot of people who love football like myself. We feel like it's an end of the whole year until August. uh, but it's a lot more going on in sports, man. So Blue Steel will definitely bring that to you. Please, people, continue to check out that LV Live, JB Presents, Locker Room Talk on Facebook. Please check that out. Jeff is banging out great content daily. So please continue. If you have questions, bring that up on the Locker Room Talk, but also hit us up at bluesteelshow@gmail.com, bluesteelshow@gmail.com with any questions, statements regarding the show or the Locker Room Talk, and we can definitely present that onto the show. And we'll be back at you guys Friday and have some great content for you, all right?
Yes, sir. No question.
All right, brother, man. I'm going to holler at you, man.
All right, later.